Hello, Curious, and welcome back. In today's episode, we take you on a journey related to the Witcher prequel and the fate of a queen from the 16th century English royal court. Wondering how it all comes together? It's all thanks to Jodie Turner-Smith. There has been a lot of buzz around the actress's name lately, especially because she resigned from one of her leading roles. And what are the reasons for this? Is it because people didn't like her and she was fed up with offensive comments? What do we know about these two promising new series? And where did Jodie Turner-Smith even come from in show business, and what is her story? Which actor is her husband? Stay with us until the very end because we have a lot of interesting information for you. But before we go any further, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so that you're up to date with the hottest celebrity news and gossip. Before we get into these two high-profile series and the controversy surrounding Jodie's roles, we'll briefly tell you who this actress is and why she has suddenly become famous. Although she has already appeared in quite a few productions, we think that not all of you may know her. And this 34-year-old only started being active in the show business world in 2013. So what was she doing before that, and how did she get into the film world? Let's start at the beginning. Jodie Turner-Smith was born on September 7th of 1986 in Peterborough, UK, to a Jamaican family, and was the only one of her siblings not born in Jamaica. After her parents divorced, she moved to the United States with her mother and grew up in the state of Maryland. In 2008, at the age of 22, she became a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh, after which she began working as a banker. Wondering how her acting career got started then? Well, according to the information we found, it happened after her friend introduced her after a concert to his friend, who was Pharrell Williams, the creator of the hit Happy. And so when young Jodie told him during their conversation that she wanted to become a writer, he reportedly convinced her to try her hand at modeling and move to Los Angeles. And all indications are that, having been convinced of her abilities, Jodie decided to try her hand in the show business industry and settled in the city of Los Angeles and began to spread her wings. In 2013, she debuted in a few episodes of the series True Blood, which led her to many more small roles, and she also appeared in Zayn Malik's 2016 music video for the song Pillow Talk. She began to gain recognition and fame a few years after her debut. The year 2017 was particularly groundbreaking for her when she had appeared in the final seasons of the series The Last Ship, and then she landed her first key role in the series Night Flyers, which you can find on Netflix. And so, there's not much left until present time. In 2019, she began to appear in the series Jet, and played the titular queen in the crime film Queen and Slim alongside Daniel Kaluuya, who you may well associate, for example, from the horror film Get Out. In the meantime, the actress arranged her private life alongside Joshua Jackson, the star of the series Dawson's Creek, and the affair. In 2019, they became married, and in April of 2020, their first child, daughter Janie, was born. The past several months have been a time of great triumph for Jodie, but also of controversy and a fair amount of unpleasantness that she has faced. In October of 2020, it was announced that Turner-Smith would play England's Queen Anne Boleyn, and as you might guess, a black actress playing a historical figure, a white queen from the British court, caused quite a stir. It was not without thousands of comments on Turner-Smith's social media left by disgruntled internet users who condemned the choice of the producers of the new Channel 5 production. It was no different when Netflix had announced this past January that the 34-year-old would be playing Elle in a prequel to The Witcher, which was titled The Witcher Blood Origin. The production is set to introduce viewers to a story set in the Elven world that takes place sometime around 1,200 years before the events depicted in The Witcher. Here, deviating for a moment from the topic of Jodie, we have some good news for you. Although the second season of The Witcher fell victim to a pandemic and the producers had to face a considerable delay in the work on the set, it is known that the shooting has been completed, and undoubtedly the premiere of the new episodes with Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia are getting closer. And what awaits the viewers in the upcoming season, and among others, which actors are joining the cast? Well, you could hear about that in our other video, to which the link is being displayed above now. But stay tuned for more, because more interesting news is yet to come. And with the shooting of Netflix's hit show now complete, there were many indications that the team would move forward with work on the 6-episode prequel, The Witcher Blood Origin. And according to the news, this production was planned to begin in May and to be completed in September. However, the date was postponed due to the fact that the creators just lost their lead actress. Last week, the media was abuzz with the news straight from Netflix that Jodie Turner-Smith would not be playing an elf, and according to a description of the character she was to play, Ellie was an elite warrior who left her clan and the position as the Queen's Keeper to follow her heart and lead her life as a wandering singer. But when the day of the final reckoning comes on the continent, she once again grasps the swords and in search of vengeance and redemption. When it was announced earlier this year that Jodie had been chosen for the role, there was, you might say, a row online about the casting. It even seems that in some circles, Jodie's role as an elf caused more outrage than the role of the English Queen, and among a large part of internet users and viewers, there was a dispute concerning dark-skinned people in the production of the streaming giant. Commenters did not like the fact that more and more actors with dark complexion discover specific characters which, according to them, should be reserved for white people. Outraged fans, especially of the Witcher saga, pointed out that the choice of Jodie is another manifestation of political correctness and misunderstood progressivism. Could it be that disgruntled people have a lot of voice on this issue? And as we already mentioned, Jodie has resigned from the lead role in the series. The official reason was given as the occurrence of a conflict in the scheduling, and according to information, the change in the date of the filming of the prequel bites with other professional plans of the actress, so she will not be able to present herself in the role of Ailey. What is certain, however, is that Jodie will play the lead role in a second production where her skin color has also caused controversy, and in the miniseries entitled Anna Boleyn could really be interesting. The 34-year-old actress will play the second wife of King Henry VIII on screen. The production, based on an actual historical figure, is heralded as a psychological thriller whose plot will focus on the last months of Boleyn's life, and it shows it from her perspective. And to make things more interesting, we'll add that the story of King Henry's marriage was full of twists and turns, and that Anne's life was ended by her execution by a sword. The miniseries is set to show recollections of the key moments of Boleyn's life that led to her downfall and illustrate her valiant efforts to ensure and secure a future for her daughter, Elizabeth I Tudor, and there will be also a portrayal of her strength, her weakness, her struggles against with the all-powerful patriarchy, and her determination to be treated as an equal to men. A few days ago, a very short teaser of the series was released, and the slogan of the promotional material made available by Channel 5 states this is the hottest royal drama since The Crown, as well as a controversial royal court story set in the 16th century, full of romance, betrayal, and intrigue. An interest in the miniseries has been picked by the female role, and for the first time, a black actress will play the role of Anne Boleyn, who was crowned Queen of England and Ireland in 1533. Jodie, just like in the case of the elf from the Witcher prequel, had to face a wave of different and mostly negative opinions and outrage. But when it comes to the British royal family at large, before Jodie, the role of another queen, Charlotte, which was played by a black actress, Golda Rocherval, in the series Bridgerton, and this fact also caused a wave of excitement, which, by the way, you could hear about on our channel, and the link to the episode is displayed on your screen now. And as soon as the casting choice was first confirmed, the Instagram of the author of the books on which the series is based was flooded with complaints, most of which referred to it being historically inaccurate. As claimed, the actors playing the characters in the Regency-era London should be white. However, as it turns out, in the case of the real-life Queen Sophie Charlotte, the hypothesis of her being a dark-skinned had been made before, and according to historians, she was of mixed-race descent. In the case of Anne Boleyn, however, there is no such indication, which is why many people are still wondering if Jodie's choice is the right one, and these questions will certainly continue to inflame in the arguments of the internet users for a long time to come. And the series about Boleyn's fate will have 3 episodes, and the role of King Henry VIII will be played by Mark Stanley, whom you may know from the Game of Thrones. And it is also known that the shooting of the miniseries ended already in December last year, although the premiere date is not known at the moment. It has been announced that it will take place this year. Are you curious about this production, and are you going to watch it? What do you think? Could Jodie Turner-Smith have dropped out of the Witcher prequel over a wave of offensive comments? Do you think the reason given about the scheduling conflict is entirely true? What is your opinion about Jodie in the role of Anne Boleyn? Do you think that the production starring her will be successful? Please let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.